Unmute my mic. That might help. Good evening. How's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a good, oh gosh, I gotta get comfortable. Safe, happy holiday. No sound. It's showing I have sound. Can y'all hear me? Nothing? Zero, nada? Zero? Tanya, you hear me? Yeah, Tanya can hear me. So it's Addie's phone. Her phone's been giving her fits. Yeah. She's going, I can't hear you. Well, you couldn't get on to Grubhub earlier either. So I don't know. Cool. Welcome, Opal, Tanya. But anyway, it wouldn't surprise me. I've been having issues with this thing all day today for some reason. Audio quit working. So like her coming in and saying that totally makes sense. So anyway, I hope you guys are all having a great day. I hope you're having a safe weekend. I just wanted to hop on real quick. As a reminder, I talked about this around Christmas time, and it's just something that needs to be brought back up during the holidays, specifically. And it's just the holidays in recovery. The 4th for some, possibly could be triggering. There's a lot of grill outs and cookouts and family events and parties that go on this weekend. And, it's just a reminder to remain vigilant in your recovery and protect yourself. No matter where you go, if you choose to go out, always remember to have an exit strategy, and stay safe. Cause there's going to be more than likely, there's going to be alcohol involved. There could be possibly drugs involved at some family events, places that we go to that, it's out of our control. Hazelton has a really good 7 tips I'm going to bring up real quick and just kind of briefly skim over them. You guys get the point, but for those that have never really given this a thought, really give it a thought. It's really important, to have a plan in place when we go out, tonight, tomorrow, possibly. The 7 tips for staying sober. Says for many of us, the holidays are a season of peace, joy, decorate our memories with calm and happy moments, but the reality often looks quite different. And the holiday stressors quickly pile up. For some of us, the holidays could be very stressful, maybe not this particular one, but holidays in general. And it makes it difficult to stay clean. It makes it difficult to stay sober. It talks about being around, other people and family members, financial strains and struggles, mental health, anxiety, depression. These all these things play a huge factor in the holidays during our recovery time. Let me bring this up here real quick. Number 1, it says hatch a holiday escape plan and plan to protect your sobriety. It says the first tip sounds like a no-brainer, and it really does. But plan ahead. Holiday themed parties and family gatherings are often soaked with alcohol, like I said. And more than likely, there's a good chance you may even be offered a drink, even knowing that you're in recovery and that you're clean, that you're sober. Some people just don't care. Thank God, Addie Soundworks. Says plan ahead for those uncomfortable situations, in those triggering environments that you may possibly be put into. Have that plan put in place. There's always 12-step meetings beforehand, after, invite someone sober, clean along with you, to go with you, to help you along your journey while you're there. Together we are definitely stronger. So if you have other people in recovery around you, or even if you go to a clean and sober event, which is probably the best idea, you're not going to have to worry about it nearly as much. It says make plans to meet up with your sponsor or to talk to somebody, have somebody on speed dial on your phone while you're there. That way, if something creeps up and you're there and it's triggering or it brings back some old thoughts or memories, you can take a step back and make a phone call. Says limit your time around those stressful possible situations that you may come into. And the difficult people, the people that you know more than likely you're going to have an issue with if they're there or they show up. You know, sometimes you go somewhere and somebody shows up and you're like, oh shit, not Betty Sue or Jim Bob. You know, I don't want to deal with these guys, but they're there. You know, life showed up and we got to deal with it. And just have an escape plan if things go south, guys. Don't be surprised by a trigger. They happen. Sometimes they're unexplainable. They just happen. And all of a sudden these memories come flooding back and you're like, oh shit. You know, that's when we got to have that recovery toolbox on deck. We got to have that plan in place. You know, it talks about rewriting the story in your head, going over your plan in your head, what you're going to do, what you're going to do if this possibly may, you know, pop up. How are you going to handle it? Are you just going to simply leave, or are you going to simply walk away? You know, yeah, Addie says, reach out if things get crazy. Exactly. That's why I said, call your sponsor or have somebody clean and sober with you. You know, if we leave our feelings unattended, it says here, says people in addiction recovery often experience a buildup of stressful environment and anxiety that eventually leads to relapse. That's why it's so important, guys. Like I said, right above me, recover out loud. Share that shit. Feelings suck, but share them, talk about them, and let other people know what you're dealing with. Even if it's stressful, the more we share, the better we feel. That pain shared is pain lessened. I've said that many times. We need to share and talk about our feelings when these things pop up. It says you want to stay sober, stay helpful, be a service. Go to a sober event, you know, participate in your recovery some way, shape, or form. You know, it says there, it's an opportunity to be of service right there. Serve a meal at a homeless shelter. Well, how about work at a homeless shelter? I'm off though, and I am not working at the shelter this weekend. You know, reach out to a newcomer, just be of service. There's millions of ways, like it says right here, to give back and to be of service and to do something clean. There's clean and sober fun everywhere, guys, in every city. I don't care where you're at. I guarantee you, if you visit your local 12-step fellowship in whatever city you're in, you're going to find some kind of clean and sober event going on tonight and tomorrow for sure, especially during the holidays. They're going on all the time. You know, and take that opportunity to connect with other people that are clean and sober. And enjoy yourself. Have a good time. And if that's something new for you, try it. What's it going to hurt? If you don't like it, don't do it again. You know, it's really that simple. But you never know. You may find a really cool relationship in doing that, you know, with someone else in recovery, that could end up being long-term. Now it says, be mindful of what you're drinking and thinking. You know, just be careful. You know, like I said, if there's alcohol involved and you see it going on, you see possibly the drink of your choice, someone's drinking, that's when that plan's really important. In that thinking part is, you know, what's going on in your head? Are you feeling like, oh man, that looks really good. You know, I should pick up, I should drink. Or, you know, it really doesn't bother you. You know, just it's awareness is what they're trying to say. Just be aware of that and what you're going to do if those thoughts, that stinking thinking, Addie calls it the shitty committee, pops back into your head and you start feeling some kind of way. You feel your body reacting to others around you using. What are you going to do? You know, we've got to think about these things, guys. We're addicts. You know, we're one bad decision, one poor choice away from relapse. We have to remain vigilant, guys. The next one, I'm briefly going over these. If you guys want to read these more in depth, it's on Hazelton's Betty Ford Clinic. Honestly, if you just type in how to stay sober during the holidays, it'll bring it up on Google. It's a really good website, man. Some triggers and traps are optionals. It says if you know cousin Sadie's going to grill, uh, is going to grill you about, I think it's supposed to say drill you about rehab, avoid her. It says grill on here. Maybe they were talking about cooking burgers, but you know, if they're gonna drill you and ask you a bunch of unwanted, uncomfortable questions, just don't go around that person. Says if Uncle Brian's gonna mix you a stiff drink, stay away from him. I mean, these things are all common sense to me, guys. And I think they should be to you too. You know, just don't put yourself in that situation. And if you do, and you want to be around some other people that are there, just be safe. Practice self-care. Man, that's a big one. To me, that's probably one of the biggest ones on here, if not the biggest, is the practice self-care throughout the holidays. Take care of yourself. Halt, slow down. I just had to slow down and stop and think a minute ago because I got snippy with Addie because I had too much going on at one time. And when that happens and I get overwhelmed, I can be a dickhead. Surprise, surprise. And I get shitty. So I have to remind myself to slow down and stop and think. I have to halt. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If one of those are going on, or for me, I could even put O in there, but it wouldn't sound right. But overwhelmed. You know, if I get overwhelmed and I got too much going on, I got to chill out. I got to slow myself down. This little brain up here only goes so fast. And when there's too much information coming in, I'm a train wreck, guys. To practice self-care. I've been relaxing all weekend, 3-day weekend for me. And I've just been relaxing. I've been taking naps. I've been playing with my new computer. Yes, I bought another one. It's an addiction. Sorry, guys. I can't help it. I've traded one for another and it's computers. But I've just been chilling. I've been relaxing. Addie and I have hung out here. Addie's been working on her things. I've been working on mine. So whatever you do to practice your self-care, do it. It's super important. And don't forget that. It says if you need, this was number 7. It says if you need treatment for addiction to alcohol or other drugs, consider going to rehab over the holidays. Wow, that's a mind blower. So if you're out there and you're struggling right now, listening to us talk, listening to me talk, and you're not clean, consider self-admitting yourself this weekend. Man, what a awesome idea. What a safe idea. I've done this. Not necessarily to get clean or sober, I'll be honest. I used to self-admit during the holidays, especially during the winter time. I bet a lot of you guys relate to that too, to get off the street because I was homeless and I still had government assisted insurance and I knew they'd take me. So where does Joe go? He self-admits into a 3 to 6 month rehab to get off the street. You know, 3 hots in a cot, but it's not jail, it's rehab. Until it gets warm again. It's sad to say, but I'm being honest with you guys. I've done that, especially when I was chronically homeless on the streets of Cincinnati and Dayton. But if you really are struggling, please reach out, ask for help. You know, today is as good a day as any day, not just because it's the holidays, to go to rehab and get some help, guys. So if you are struggling, please reach out and ask for help. You're worth it. Your life could depend on it, you know, and you're loved and cared about. And, you know, believe me, it was the best decision I ever made. Yes. Addie said, remember, you're not alone, you know, and you're truly not alone. People out there to love and care about you if you're struggling. So please reach out and ask for help if you are. You can reach Addie or I on our Dayton Strong Recovery 101 webpage, on YouTube, through Facebook. If you're personal friends, you can send us a message. One of us will definitely reply. Says some families might consider the holidays an inappropriate time to help loved ones get into addiction treatment, but in fact, it could be the ideal opportunity. Says for many of the reasons mentioned earlier. Substance abuse tends to ramp up over the holidays. That's why I'm sharing about it again tonight, guys. You're probably going to hear me share about this during the holidays. Until I quit doing this, which hopefully I'm 80 or 90 years old. Old man Joe, 90 years old. live on Facebook. That would be awesome. So yeah, it just does. It really ramps up over the holidays, because it can be triggering. It really can be. That's all I got. I just thought it was super important as a reminder, and I wanted to jump on and say hi, guys. I think our dinner is on its way. It may already be here. I don't know. Getting ready to go out and eat, and I am actually getting ready to hop on a meeting. If you're on the Dayton Strong Recovery 101, the private group page, I posted a NA meeting for any of you that are listening tonight that work an NA program. It is the Addicts Underground meeting, and it is posted on the website. It starts literally in 6 minutes. It's out of the Nashville, Tennessee area. It's my home group. So me and my sponsor and a bunch of awesome people in recovery hang out. It's a smaller meeting, guys. So if the big Zoom meetings bother some of you, this is the meeting for you. It's small, it's tight knit, and there's decades, and I mean decades, 100+ years of recovery in this room. Absolutely an amazing meeting. 5 minutes in Nashville. Check it out. If you don't have the link, message us. I will send it to you. I love you guys. Happy 4th of July. Happy holidays. Stay safe, guys. And if you're struggling, please reach out. Remain vigilant. Recover out loud. Keep that attitude of gratitude. I love you guys. We'll talk to you later.